Hello, welcome back to my channel where today I'll be doing Pastel Goth drag makeup. I haven't done drag in a really long time, so let's get straight into it. Starting out with primer, I'm just going to put this all over my face. I use the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. My plan for this makeup is to do a pastel goth look, so I want to do really traditional, very sharp goth eyeliner, and also have that really nice triangle inner corner that a lot of goths have. But then I want to blend it with all the pastel goth colours, just because I feel like that goes in my drag persona just a little bit better. The first step of my drag makeup is contour. I'm going to use my Beauty Bay Bright Matte palette for this, and I'm going to go in with these two colours here. I really do need to get an actual contour so I can do this a bit more, but this is definitely going to last for this makeup look. I haven't done drag since January, and that really feels like a waste because it's getting quite hot now. It's like 20 degrees today, which for May in England is quite hot. It is actually boiling in this room. So getting into drag today is going to be very uncomfortable, but I really did want to do it, so I'm going to power on through. I just wish I had done it last month when it was cold and raining, because that would have been the perfect weather for it, but I was so distracted by cosplay I just didn't do it. It's just a lot of makeup to put on when you're very sweaty, but it's also just a lot of makeup to put on in general. So even when it's nice cool weather, it just takes such a long time and it's so much effort. I cannot imagine doing it every day. Like, people who do this professionally, honestly, I applaud you, because I could not do this. Now that all the contour is in place, I know it looks a little bit strange, especially on my nose, but we're going to fix it with highlighter. For highlighter, I'm going to go with my Kimchi White Concealer. This is just a liquid concealer, and I'm going to apply it with little tiny brushes all over my face. I'm going to cut out my jawline and cut out my nose. I really wish I could go to the club in drag so badly, but I don't have any friends who would want to do it with me, and I wouldn't be able to do it alone because I would just very much worry about being misgendered all night, because I just can't deal with that, quite honestly. And people just tend to call drag queens she and her without even asking them, unless they've got their pronouns written somewhere on their costume, because I have seen that before. But I think because of shows like RuPaul's Drag Race, everyone just assumes that all drag queens want to be called she and her, which is definitely not true, and in my experience it's not actually that common. All the drag queens I've met in person tend to go by their regular pronouns when they're in costume. They don't change how they want people to perceive them, if that makes any sense. Like, yes, the character may not be the same gender as them, but when referring to them they still want their own pronouns to be said. But like I was saying, most people just refer to them as she and her, and I am terrible at correcting people on my pronouns even when I'm in my normal everyday makeup. So I would definitely need a friend there who is more comfortable with me saying that to people. Obviously it would be a queer bar, so I feel like it's more accepted in a queer bar to correct people on pronouns, but at the same time I'm just honestly too awkward for all of that. I would never think of performing in drag. I don't know how people do it. I would have to be very, very, very drunk, and even then it would be utter shit. I can barely lip sync to songs on TikTok. I could not do a whole performance while lip syncing. I'm also not a great dancer. I used to be able to dance, but nowadays no idea how to do it. I'm not very flexible either. So it would literally just be me standing on a stage dancing like I do when I go to a club anyway, and that doesn't sound very entertaining. And also everyone will be watching me, which I don't like. Honestly, being a drag queen just sounds like my worst nightmare. I've got all the highlight and contour on now. I really like it. I kind of wanted to go for a more subtle look than I did last time I did drag, so I blended out the nose a little bit more to make it less pointed, and I did the contour a little bit lighter than I usually do. And I think it really suits my face shape, and it really just highlights what I wanted to highlight without making it too cartoonish. But we're now moving on to the eyeshadow. I want to go for very pastel colours, so I'm going to use my e.l.f. 2 palette, which is from Odin's Eye. I'm going to use the pink for blush, I think, and then I'm going to use the blues and the greens as the eyeshadow. Personally, I love using drag to explore styles and aesthetics that I wouldn't do in my everyday life, because I'm not comfortable doing them outside of the realm of dressing up. Like, I would love to get a full Lolita cord, but I wouldn't be comfortable wearing it outside. But if I had a drag character who I felt would wear a Lolita cord, I could actually wear it and see how I feel in it, explore that style a little bit more, because I absolutely love a lot of Japanese fashion styles. Like, I really love Lolita, Garu, and Decora. I just think they all look really cute, and they're very eccentric and very beautiful. The only one I could see myself doing a little bit more was Decora, but I'm not very good at wearing accessories. Like, I had to train myself to be able to wear collars and things, just because I'm not very good at having anything on my skin. Like, I can't wear bracelets, I can't wear rings, I don't like things in my hair because I always play with my hair. So it's just very difficult to get into those fashion styles when my sensory issues just won't allow it. I think if I did it very slowly, kind of dip my toes into wearing more accessories, I'd get slowly more and more used to it, and eventually I probably would be able to wear accessories with my makeup, but it would take a long time to get there. And I'd also have to do a lot more research into these fashion styles, because I just see people wearing them and I think they look cute. I don't know the history behind them, honestly. I believe that Garo is kind of like punk, it just rebels against the expected. Lolita is inspired a lot by Baroque fashion, I've heard, but then with Decora, I really don't know anything about it. I've done a Decora look once and I kind of liked it. I feel like it didn't suit me, but I did it in a very decora style that wasn't really the style I wanted to go for. So if I did it again, I feel like I would just lean more into how I like to do my makeup already, instead of trying to really fit myself into this style that I haven't done before. But I do want to try it again. I really want to do GRWM makeup. I might do that in my next video because I think that'd be really fun and it would go really well with my hair currently. This is the eyeshadow look I went for. I think it really goes with this t-shirt. I have pink here and then I have two different blues and then a little bit of green underneath. And obviously they're all very pastel colours to go for that pastel goth look. Moving on to the eyeliner, I want to use my black and my white eyeliner. I think I'm going to do the main eyeliner in the black and then kind of just outline it and detail it with white. Might do something on my cheek as well, like a little heart or something. I think that'll be really cute. But I'm kind of just going to play around and see how it goes as I'm doing it. I feel like every time I do my eyeliner, it looks completely different. It's just the most inconsistent thing about my makeup at this point, probably because I don't do it a lot. I can do it quite quickly, I just can't get it to match very easily, and I can never get it to look the same. I actually can never get makeup to look the same. It's just not one of the skills I have. Like, recreating old looks just isn't something I can do. But I notice it a lot more with eyeliner. I think because it's so bold and so obvious that it's just one of those things that draws your eye a lot more than the shape of eyeshadow. But in a way, I guess it doesn't really matter because I don't do my eyeliner a lot. I do it for drag looks, but not in my everyday life. Mainly because my eyeshadow goes really high, like all the way up past my eyebrows. So if I have like a normal wing eyeliner, it's going to make my eyeshadow look really big. Might also make my eyes just look a little bit too far down compared to my eyeshadow. I feel like it just has a weird contrast to it that I'm not a big fan of. I do graphic eyeliner and I add little things to my face, but it's very uncommon that I just do a cat eye wing or something like that. I feel like I want to get back into it a bit more, maybe just having a little bit of black smoky eye around my eyes to make my eyes look a little bit darker. I've been really liking bright colours with black recently. I feel like it really makes the bright colours really pop, and I think it goes well with my hair as well. Obviously for this video, I am going to be wearing a wig later, so my eyes are going to match my hair a little bit better later on. But I feel like in my general life, like if I did this eyeliner, but I had a bright pink underneath it, I think that would look really cute. I'm very glad for this eyeliner I decided on 4 points. I started out with 3 for a very long time and then I went on to 4. I feel like it just really lifts the eye, makes it look very dramatic and much more drag-like. Whereas the eyeliner I had before just looked quite small and squashed towards my eyes. I feel like the 4th point just looks like an eyelash and looks really cool. Now that the rest of the face is all done, it's finally time to move on to the lips. I want to do a very dark, bold lip. I'm going to go in with the same black that I did before, and I think I'm going to do a little bit of blue just around the top and bottom, just to blend the eyes into the lips a little bit more. I really need to work out a better way of doing my lips. I've been doing them the same way for ages for my everyday makeup, and they're just moving more and more into a place that I don't really like. And then for my drag lips, I never know what to do with them. You'll see slightly later on in the footage that I really messed them up and I had to take half of it off and redo it because I did the corners very Joker-like. I thought it would go better with the eye, but it just looked way too much. It looked very thick and it didn't look very good at all. It does end up in a place that I do really like, but I feel like they shouldn't be that much of a faff because they're such a small area of your face. Like, compared to your eyes when you have to make them match, you feel like the lips should be easier, but for me the lips are always really difficult to do. I don't know whether it's because I stopped wearing liquid lipstick. I feel like when I wore liquid lipstick, I used to do this style very differently, whereas nowadays I do it all with eyeshadow and it all kind of blends together, but I'm just not as happy with my lips recently. If anyone has some good tips on how to do big alternative lips, please leave them down below in the comments because I really do need them. I am just struggling to make them match the rest of my makeup. This is the makeup almost done. I am very happy with it. I did fix the lips eventually. I feel like they look really cute now. So we're finally going to go on to our final finishing touches, which is setting spray, highlighter, and finally the wig. This is definitely the simplest part of my makeup. I douse the skin with setting spray, make sure it's really nice and wet, and then I do my highlighter over the top of it just to make it as bright as possible. And then I'm going to put on my wig, which I started last night. I will not be showing you the back of this wig because it looks horrendous. Because I put little pigtails in it, I had to pull up all the hair from the back and it looks so ugly back there. But it doesn't really matter because we're just gonna look at the front today. And this is my makeup all finished. I feel like it came out really cute. I am so happy with it. All the colours go perfectly with this wig. This shirt goes so well with this wig. I don't know if I've worn this shirt with this wig before, but it goes really well together. I really like it. I feel like the vision really came together and it looks exactly how I wanted it to look in my head. It's very obviously pastel. I feel like it has a little bit of that goth element I wanted. The lips actually came out good. I really like this little heart. My contour I feel looks better than I last did it. I feel like just having a little bit more of a natural contour really suits my face shape. So overall, I am extremely happy with it. If you like this makeup look, please give it a like down down below. Comment what else you'd like me to do and subscribe as I post a new video every single Thursday. I'd love to see you again. But until then, bye!